Hello, I'm Elizabeth Noble. Welcome to the Book Boutique Confidential, a place where Penguin authors come to share their news, their views, a little bit of gossip. What I'm reading at the moment are the English literature GCSE texts, so that hopefully I can talk to my teenager about what she's doing. So I'm reading Of Mice and Men, Pride and Prejudice, which will be about my 15th attempt to try and fall in love with Jane Austen. I feel wholly inadequate because I still really don't get Jane Austen after an English degree and many years of trying. And Purple Hibiscus. So that's what we're reading. We all just read The Help, which I thought was brilliant. And I just read Dark Matter by Michelle Paver for my book group, which was a ghost book I wasn't in the slightest bit excited about reading, but actually completely loved and was completely hooked on once I got into it, which is the beauty of the book club. You pick up the books that you wouldn't fancy, and occasionally you discover a gem like that. Often you get asked what the best books are or what your favourite book is. I think that's an impossible question to answer. I have a different favourite book every month, a different favourite book from every part of my life. The best book I read when I was a teenager was A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith, which is just a fantastic coming-of-age novel. I think the best women's fiction novel I read when I was a young woman was Barbara Taylor Bradford's A Woman of Substance, which was just a totally gripping, multi-generational historical saga with an incredibly strong central heroine. I love contemporary fiction, but I have a very eclectic taste, as I think everybody does. I will read Lee Childs one week and then I'll read whatever was a book is shortlisted the week after. I think Birdsong by Sebastian Faulks is one of the best contemporary novels of the last sort of 20 years. And occasionally I like to go back to some of the old things that I loved when I was young. I did study English at university, and I have a bit of a fondness for the Americans, for Willa Cather, for Flannery O'Connor. I always wanted to call a child Flannery. I wasn't allowed by my husband, so I have a character called Flannery in my second novel, The Friendship Test. And Stephen Crane, The Red Badge of Courage. So I read all kinds of things, and if you were to look at a video taken a year ago, I probably would have said completely different list of books. It's not because I'm making it up, it's just because there's so many.